What's up, guys? I'm Newbie Dave, and welcome to the Weekend Update. Let's get started. So how's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a great week. I have been busy between episodes. I said I was going to go start collecting resources. I went ahead and planted some trees over here because I need lots and lots of wood for a lot of the episodes that I've got planned coming up. I did go ahead and plant a little bit of wheat. That was mainly just so I could start breeding some cattle. This is not like my long-term wheat farm. Yeah, I'll fix this later. And I've just been getting a lot of resources that we're going to need. I went out and got a bunch of flowers, and normally I'll put these in a chest, but I realized like I could just put them on the ground. I don't need to fill up a chest. So that's why there's just bunches of flowers right here. I'll eventually move these as well. But yeah, look at this. I've got tons and tons of wood. I've got a bunch of leaves. I've got a bunch of stone. I've got some food and some sugar cane. I planted some sugar cane down by the water, and I've been letting that grow. So yeah, I'm gearing up, ready to go. I'm excited, and I am ready to get started in this world. So we spent a lot of time exploring and caving last time in order to find an Amethyst Geode, and now that we found an Amethyst Geode, it's time to do something with it. So first thing I'm going to do is head down there and start clearing this thing out. So I'm going to take some sticks. I'll bring a crafting table. I'll bring some iron because we're definitely, this stone pickaxe, this thing is trash. We're going to go through a couple of pickaxes probably while clearing this out. So I'll just bring a lot of supplies to make more while we're down there. So here we are down in our Amethyst Geode, and you can see a lot of these amethyst shards have already grown to their full size. That's because I've been spending a lot of time up on the surface, planting trees and just going AFK to let stuff grow. So I'm going to start by just go ahead and collecting these things. And be very, very careful while you collect these because they grow on the budding amethyst blocks. That one's actually not ready. And once you mine through it, you might start mining the budding amethyst block. And if you break that, you're not getting it back. So right now we're just using an unenchanted iron pickaxe. It's not really much concern. Later when I get like a efficiency 4 or 5 pickaxe and we're just burning through stuff, I probably won't use that on the amethyst because I don't want to risk accidentally breaking the budding amethyst blocks. So I'll probably just always use kind of a cheap throwaway pickaxe to break this stuff. It doesn't take too long, and there's no reason that you need efficiency or anything. As much as I like the sound that the amethyst makes while I walk on it, it's actually a little distracting while I'm trying to talk. Okay, so to make an amethyst farm, we need to clear out as much of the budding amethyst as possible. And by clear out, I mean like clear out the space around it. So take this one for example. There's currently only 3 sides exposed, but the amethyst shards, they can grow on all 6 sides of this thing if they're all exposed. So what we want to do is really just dig out all the way around all of the budding amethyst like this. We want to expose all 6 sides so that we have as many surfaces as possible for amethyst to grow on, and that will maximize the rates that we get. Also, you can see like I can't actually reach the stuff that's way up on the top there. I can get some of this, but the stuff that's like growing on the ceiling, I can't actually reach that. So we're gonna have to build some sort of scaffolding or platforms to be able to reach all the budding amethyst blocks in this geode. Now, if you want, you could just kind of clear out some of this and try to leave most of it intact. I'm going to go ahead and clear out the whole thing, in part because I want as much as much amethyst as possible, but also because I really, really like this calcite, and I also like the smooth basalt behind it. And so I want to go ahead and just mine this stuff while we're here and use it in some builds later. And so, really, I'm gonna tear this thing up, to be honest. As beautiful as it looks, as much as I really like these geodes, I am gonna tear it up. I'm gonna just harvest all this stuff. And I actually think I'm gonna start on the top because this thing's tall and I can't reach the top from the bottom, but I can reach it from the top. So I'm gonna go above this thing. I'm gonna see if I can get up on top of it and start mining from the top down. Yeah, here we go. So I'm up on top of this thing. I'm going to go ahead and mine out all of the smooth basalt, all the calcite, and then just start breaking down all the amethyst blocks that aren't budding amethyst so that we can expose as many sides as possible of the budding amethyst so that we can maximize our amethyst growth rates. Alright, so this is going to take a while, so I'm going to kind of break this thing down, expose all the budding amethysts, and then we will carry on from there. Alright, so we got this whole thing cleared out. That took a while. I actually burned through maybe 7 or 8 iron pickaxes clearing this whole thing out. But I got tons and tons of amethyst blocks, got tons of smooth basalt, lots and lots of calcite. This is really exciting because I've said this multiple times already, but these amethyst geodes, they're the only place that you can get this calcite. And so the fact that I've got, what is this, 1, 2, 3, like 12 stacks of calcite already is fantastic. We've got that other amethyst geode over back by the world spawn that we can go back to if we need some more calcite, but this should get us started for anything that I've got planned in the near future, so that's really good. So next thing we need to do, actually, before we do that, while I was digging around and doing a little bit more caving, I completely forgot. I found some diamonds! Yes! So I am going to clear these out. I wanted to do it on camera, so that's why they're still here. I am going to mine out below these diamonds first, just to make sure that there's no lava down there. And then we will take these. So our very first 2 diamonds of this world. That is wonderful. I wish it was a little bit more, but unfortunately, from everything that I've been reading, diamonds are a little bit more rare now in 1.17, and it's actually because of a bug. So in 1.18, they're going to introduce the new world generation, where they're going to have new cave systems, new cliffs, you know, like the caves and cliffs were supposed to be. And as part of that update, the minimum Y level is going to be extended to like minus Y64 or something ridiculous. And they're going to extend how far down diamonds and other ores will generate. And so, unfortunately, part of that change actually got worked into 1.17. And so the rate at which diamonds spawn above Y0 now has been reduced. And I don't know if that was intentional or if they accidentally slipped that in and if it's going to be fixed. I hope it gets fixed. But as a result, diamonds are a little bit more rare now. And so I'm going to be kind of stingy with my diamonds. In my last world, I had diamonds coming out of my ears, and it was really, really nice. Okay, now we can work on some scaffolding. So I'm going to start on the bottom. The goal is to be able to reach every one of these budding amethyst blocks. And we don't have to get like all the way up next to each one. Like if we just get to, say, you know, right here, I can reach a lot of these from here. And, you know, I can reach the bottom of some of these above. So I don't have to get up to every single one of these things. I just need to be able to reach each side of every one. Which is actually going to make this kind of tricky, because now, you know, the programmer in me wants to try to find the most efficient way to do this. I think I'm going to start maybe right here. And we'll just do some stairs that go up a little ways. And then maybe we'll just do some... I'm going to use stairs and slabs for this whole thing. So maybe now... I think I'm going to go out this way a little bit so we can reach the side of these over here, and then we'll start going this way. I'm not going to narrate this whole thing. I'm just kind of giving you my thought process of what I'm going for with the scaffolding, and then I'll just kind of build this all the way up to the top and we'll move on. Alright, I think that will do it. So I've got some scaffolding that starts... I keep saying scaffolding. It's not like the bamboo type of scaffolding, but in my opinion it's still scaffolding. It's platforms and stairs to be able to get up and reach stuff. And just purely for aesthetics, for decoration... Oh, hello slime. There's definitely a slime chunk around here. I keep getting attacked by these slime, which is nice. But they're kind of in the way right now. I don't know. I don't think they take damage from falling on these amethysts, but Anyways, so yeah, purely for decoration, for aesthetics, I put in some fences just to act as kind of like support beams to hold this whole thing up so it wasn't floating. And I had to be careful to make sure that none of these fences ran up against any of the budding amethyst and like cut them off and blocked amethyst from spawning. So I think with this scaffolding, I should be able to reach every side of every budding amethyst block in here. So that should allow me to just maximize all the amethysts that I'm going to get. There may be some, like this one right here, where when I break the one on top, it might sometimes land on top and I might have a hard time reaching it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Last thing I want to do with this, you'll notice at the very top I've got this column of basalt that runs up to the ceiling. This is how I want to get down here. Right now I've got these stairs that kind of spiral all the way up to the surface. I hate taking stairs from the surface down to the bottom. So I'm going to dig a tunnel. I'm going to look at my coordinates, -25, 292. I'm going to go up to the surface, and up on the surface at those exact same coordinates, -25, 292, I'm going to do something you should never do in Minecraft, and I'm going to dig straight down. The reason that I'm okay doing this is because I know what's between me and the bottom here. Like, there may be some cave systems that I'll drop through, but I shouldn't be falling into any lava. And on my way down, I'm going to, because I don't want to be passing through like stone and granite and diorite and gravel and stuff like that, I'm going to be replacing the sides of this little tunnel shaft that I'm digging with smooth basalt. This stuff is starting to grow on me. I really like the way it looks, and I think it'll be a really nice lining for this tunnel that we're digging. And then I'm also going to go ahead and put down, let's see, which way am I facing? I'm going to put some ladders against this side of the wall. I think that's the side, yeah, that should be the side that the column of smooth basalt is on at the very bottom. So let me dig this all the way down, and hopefully I got my coordinates and sides and everything correct. Alright, so we just broke through to the bottom. So I was really glad I got the coordinates right. By the time I got up to the top, I was like, did I have the right coordinates? So yeah, this little ladder system is how we're gonna, is how we're gonna get up and down out of this cave. I'm gonna need to do something to block this off, because I've done a pretty good job lighting up this area, but I'm still getting skeletons and spiders and zombies and stuff that will come into my Amethyst Geode. So I need to, eventually, I'm not going to do it right now, eventually I'm going to like fill in the edges that break through to the cave system. So this is pretty much it for the geode. I'm going to let this thing run for quite a while, let all this amethyst grow, I'll come back and harvest it, and then we'll just keep letting it growing, and that pretty much wraps up the amethyst farm. There's one last thing I want to do on the surface to kind of finish out this build. So back up here on the surface, right now the entrance to this little mine shaft that goes down into our amethyst mine, it doesn't blend in. It doesn't work with the surrounding environment. I realize that there's not anything up here right now, but I want this to look like a mine cave entrance. I want it to look deliberate. So first thing I'm going to do is relocate all these flowers because they're in the way. And then I'm going to kind of dig out around this a little bit and maybe go down a little bit as well. Maybe I want it to be sunken down a little like that, yeah. Okay, now I need to make a stone cutter, and I'm going to, so the smooth basalt you can't cut. You can't make stairs or slabs out of it. That's unfortunate because it's kind of a nice block. But the cobbled deep slate, holy moly, look at all the options we've got for this. So I'm going to make a couple of, I'm going to just make some cobbled deep slate slabs. And also a couple of cobbled deep slate stairs, because I'm going to be mixing this stuff in with some smooth basalt. And I think the slabs and the stairs, the cobbled stuff, looks the most like the smooth basalt. I want it to kind of blend in. And then I'm also going to make a polished deep slate wall. We'll use that in a little bit. And then also some of this beautiful deep slate tiles. I love the deep slate tiles. I think of all the deep slate variants, the tiles is probably my favorite. So I'm going to make 2 of these and then 2 of the deep slate tile stairs. No, 3. Yeah, 3. Alright, so to start, I'm going to build something around this to make it look like it's been kind of dug out. So let me see. Let's do some basalt on the back. We'll do something kind of right there. Maybe we do like a slab right there. Let's do some stairs. We'll do a slab here, and then I don't want any of the grass to show through like behind any of this. So anywhere that I put a slab or leave it open, I'll put in some basalt or some deep slate behind it. So something kind of like this, that looks good. I think I might even maybe we replace this one with a stair. I think I can still get up and down. Yeah, that looks good. And then finally, to kind of wrap this thing up, over on this side, I want a crane. I want to build a crane that looks like it is like lowering down into that mine shaft to bring Amethyst back up. So what I'm going to do is right here, kind of aligned with the hole, I'm going to put down these deep slate tiles. We'll do some stairs along the bottom. And I'm missing one. Oh, oops. I accidentally put my deep slate tile stairs down here. This should be the cobbled deep slate stairs. So yeah, that's kind of the foundation of our crane. And then coming out the top of this thing, we're going to be using some fences and fence gates and stuff to make sort of something that looks kind of like a crane. So we'll do fence there, fence there. We'll do some fences on this side. We'll go up like that, and then I'm going to do fence gate on this side. And you know, the crane's not actually going to move or turn, but I want it to look like it could, and so that's where this polished wall is going to come in. So we're going to put a polished wall right here, and that's why we have the fence gate. If we just put a fence there, walls and fences don't connect, but walls will connect to fence gates. It looks a little silly because it made it like sink down to fit the wall, but it works, trust me. And then I kind of need to get up on top here. We're going to do fence on top of this, and now we're going to come out to the side. And so we'll come over just one. Actually, no, that should be a fence gate. So we'll do fence gate facing the correct direction. So we'll do fence gate. We'll do another fence gate and crouch down so that you don't just open it. And then we'll do a fence attached to that. Below that, we're going to do one iron bar followed by a chain. And I guess we got room for another chain, yeah. And then on the bottom of this, let me go grab one of my amethyst blocks. So here's what I want to do. I want to make it look like this thing has sort of a scoop or a basket on the bottom, and it's got a block attached to it. So we're going to do amethyst block there. And then we're going to surround this thing with trap doors. And the one on this side we'll leave open. I kind of need to get down below this. We're going to put one on the bottom as well. There we go. So yeah, it looks like this thing has kind of a bucket on it. It's picked up some amethyst, it's brought it up to the top, and is now moving it over here. I'm going to get a few more of these amethyst blocks, and we're going to create like a stack of amethyst over here. So we'll just do something kind of like that, maybe put some in the ground like this. I don't know. So yeah, there's our little crane. So, I mean, obviously this thing's not operational, it's just for decoration, but it's to make this thing look like, you know, it's not just a hole in the ground. There's a reason that this is here. And now we have a way to get up and down to the amethyst mine. And I think it looks really cool. I like the crane, I like the amethyst over here. Later, once we get an enchanting table and we get a silk touch pickaxe, even though you can't silk touch the budding amethyst, you can actually silk touch the amethyst shards at the different growth stages. And so once we get silk touch, we'll get some amethyst shards, and we'll just go ahead and like slap them onto the sides of this. I think that'll make that look a lot better. But in the meantime, I think we are done here. So that's going to wrap things up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really like our new little amethyst mine. I just wanted to jump straight in with some of the new features with 1.17, and Amethyst was kind of one of my favorites. So getting that taken care of right off the bat, I'm really excited about. There's a lot of really cool stuff that we can do with Amethyst, mainly the tinted glass. I'm really excited about tinted glass, which is why we're going to need so many Amethyst shards to make all that stuff. So, and I love the crane, I love the little hole in the ground that we made. I really like all of this stuff. So I'm happy with today's build. If you're following along and want to kind of build along with me during the series, be warned, you're going to need lots and lots of wood for the next episode. So go start cutting down trees, do some mining. We're also going to need a lot of stone. So do some resource gathering for next episode, because next episode is going to be huge. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, hit that like button, and please subscribe so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.